So there are three things that I love in life: Formula One, ice cream in the winter weather, and being a Filipino. Now, being a Filipino and Formula One, we already had that before. Bianca Bustamante, God love you. But it's always hard for me to get like a proper Filipino ice cream, or at least like a Filipino ice cream that actually does not cost me like more than $20 to buy, because like most of the time whenever I go to a superstore or any supermarket, tubs of ice cream from the Philippines, which are like sometimes Magnolia, San Miguel, whatever, San Miguel brand, they cost like not even 13. I'd say like more than that. It's probably because like the export and whatever, like, it's imported and all of that stuff, but still, they're the most expensive thing that I've ever seen in Canada. And that's like crazy for an ice cream. You're taking the piss, is what I'm saying. So, what is my plan? Well, you see, I am planning to go to a Filipino, it's like a Filipino-based ice cream store called DRTY Ice Cream, which is kind of like based of my childhood favorite, which is sorbetes. I'm gonna be trying out a couple of flavors that are based off of the sorbetes. Of course, I'm not gonna go now because it's about 11 p.m. and they're very much closed at this time of the day, and I'm not going to Whyte Ave and Station Park. I'm not going there at this time. No. So, see ya. I am currently eating the ice cream that I bought from DRTY Ice Cream, and I'm gonna try to give a rundown of like what I pretty much did when I went there, because that was the second time I visited, and that was also the first time I've ever like had like their full thing. Like, that was the first time I've ever tried like most of the whatever was on the menu that time. So first of all, I invited my friend Jaden to come with me because I do need like a second man to take some videos, or like at least take videos of me. In exchange, of course, I had to give him free food. We took an Uber, we got to Station Park, and it wasn't hard to get there if you're taking an Uber. We went to the store, we stood outside the store, and they opened the window, and they also allowed us into the there's like a small milk within their store that we could come into, and then like inside that place, it looks like a sari-sari store. If you're not a Filipino, sari-sari store is it's a general store where we buy like pantry stuff, cosmetic, or like home goods pretty much. And just coming in there felt so great, and it also made me feel like at home, especially when I realized that they were also selling some merchandises that are like Filipino based, and they all came from like local artists from Edmonton and all around Canada that are also Filipino. I was in there for like a whole 15 minutes, and then I came out there with like sets of stickers and like a little art book, or like a booklet full of like art pertaining the jeepney phase out in the Philippines. It was a fantastic time. And then I talked to them. I asked them if I could try every single. I'm gonna buy all flavors, and they said that like they recommended something called the Sour Babies. It's kind of like sample sizes for like each ice cream. Each ice cream flavor is like put in a little cone, and they have like 4 of them. I had them. The flavors that I got is called ube halaya, or like ube halaya, cherry pie picachi, which is a play on name of an actress in the Philippines, and then there was something like a mango float. The last one that I got in there was my favorite one, which is called chismosa, which is made of like cheddar cheese and then buttermilk, and oh my god, I think it's good to the point that like I might come back there for a third and a fourth and a fifth and so on. Me and my friend tried it, and I swear to God, the moment I got a taste of the cheese flavor, I was ready to cry. I think it's because it's cheddar. Yeah. So like the cheese on this one is a bit stronger than like the regular Filipino ones. Yeah. I like it.
Oh, you rate it over 10.
It's hungry.
Yeah, okay.
It was so good, and it still is good. Cheese was sharp, but it was still sweet. What did I do? I came back there for a second piece of like sour baby for $2, and I ate the cheese part. I ate the cheese flavor. To say goodbye, I went to get a pint of the cheese masa. That thing is like that thing costs like $13, and still to this day I think it's like the best purchase I've ever had, and I'm like a college student. I think I would go broke for this. As someone who doesn't go out to Edmonton as often, or like go around Edmonton as often, I think I would come out of my dorm or like my place more, especially with the DRTY Ice Cream, like with this ice cream, because it's just fantastic that like I would go out there in the winter, which I did, just to get that ice cream for another pint. I'll probably buy like 5 more, honestly. As someone who's proudly Filipino, and as someone who enjoys a whole lot of ice cream on a winter weather, DRTY Ice Cream is a really nice place to go to if you want to try unique flavors. This is something that's like that needs to be known to the communities in Edmonton, because they just opened, and I think that this is like a fantastic place to go to. So, I recommend it. You should try it out. And thank you. Goodbye.